What is up, people? Welcome back to Anatomy Bar. We have another fantastic conversation for you guys today, and you're going to really want to take notes on this one. We're going to talk about how to approach women in the gym. As you guys may already know, that's a touchy subject. There's a whole bunch of cancel culture out there, but we're going to give you the details of how to navigate that. I got my homie here, my brother from another mother, Sheldon. Sheldon, please introduce yourself for people who've never heard of you before or never met you.
No problem, brother. Thanks for bringing me on. This is Sheldon Wright, aka Mr. Bod, Mr. Big Overnight. And we are trying to get you guys fully active, but also in the mind, how to really know what to look out for when you're trying to approach women in the gym and generally making good decisions who to talk to, who not to talk to as well.
That's real. Is that the latter part is almost just as important because you could talk to a lot of the wrong women and they could get you messed up. There's definitely certain things you want to be paying attention to as you go down this path. Whether you're in a relationship, you're currently in a relationship, or not in a relationship, this I think will be very applicable to you because you already know here at Anatomy Bar, the whole goal is to raise the bar wherever you're at. We want to make you just a little bit better. So that's what we're going to do today. My personal scope on this, I actually really wanted to talk about this because since I'd say high school, college, I stopped just talking to girls in my class. I stopped just talking to girls in the street. I don't even go to clubs to meet women. I go to the gym. And I have a couple of reasons really quick. Some of the reasons are one, you see exactly what they look like, and not to be a creep, but like you can go to the club and they got the Spanx on, the body shapers, and they can wear it in the gym too. But you usually will know because women nowadays are wearing spandex and all that literally in the gym, so you kind of know what you're getting yourself into in that regards. Also, you're more clear-minded in the gym versus in the clubs at 2 in the morning or right before the club closed and you trying to holler at something before you go home. So you're more clear-minded in terms of like who you see. You don't have the beer goggles on. And then women in the club will have like the makeup on, this, that, and the third. So I always find that the gym is more of a natural place. Now, I've also grew up in the gym, so it's like a common space for me. I don't have like anxiety, and I know some men do, and we'll talk about that today as well. But almost the last and most important thing for me is their values. I know that this woman takes care of herself, she cares about her health, and she's gonna be more on par with the things that I value. That knowing fitness is such a huge variable in my life is why I specifically go towards women in the gym. But Sheldon, did you have any specifics you wanted to go over from there?
Actually, coming from Jamaica, we have our own culture on the island, and I can definitely say in America it's completely different and sometimes even dangerous. You have to be aware because a lot of women they have so much power, so much right, but not all the time it's a bad idea to approach them. It's just the way in which you do it. There's actually a way that we're going to talk about. And in the approach, you will learn how to interact and what to look out for, some key indicators. For me, it's not that harsh in Jamaica because we have a sports culture. We're big on sports and we have a great history of our athletics in the Olympic Games. So there's some people who are into it, but still you have to pay attention. So that are some of the things that I kind of want to drop in because hey, come on, man, I met my fiance in the gym, so it's not a completely bad idea. Greg's Extreme Fitness Center in Jamaica. It was a good place, training ground for me. I met a lot of great people there. But you have to understand that women, they have a right to be there as well, and they should not be harassed. Let me just put that out there as well. And they should feel, some kind of security and safe space because we go there for the same thing. And I like that you mentioned the values. The fact that she's taking care of her body, her health, this could be a potential future mother of your children and your wife. Because let's face it, so many women are doing so many dangerous, toxic activities. You don't want to be putting no baby in none of these women that are doing drinking, smoking, having sex with a million men. You just don't. And a lot of women, they don't understand that. It's very surprising in America how some women they think and operate that men don't want women who behave in a certain type of way. You know, men like exclusivity. So even though the gym is an open space, you can tell that a woman can be, you know, a select feminine woman based on how her body language is, based on how the interaction goes, and you can have fun from there, you know? So we see how it goes.
Right on, right on. And let's actually start with the respect side of it, right? As I alluded to in the beginning, there's been a whole lot of, women content creators who have their tripod and like, oh, look at this guy, he's such a creep. Look at him creeping on me, right? And like sometimes it's true, but most of the times it's not, right? And to that point, we do need to have what I would say some tact in our approach and how we conduct ourselves in the gym. The gym shouldn't necessarily be like the meat market, the place that you go to just, oh yeah, I'm gonna get me a girl today from the gym. Like it should still be your focus space for taking care of yourself. Now, if you happen to see someone who catches your eye, I say by all means you should go for it. You never know. Could be your future fiance, future girlfriend, future wife, future mother of your kids. You never know. So that by itself, I think you should go for it. But let's go over some of the strategies that you should use when you're approaching, or even if you, first of all, when you see someone who you find attractive. So before we even approach them, let's start with like the baseline, right? So you see someone who you find attractive. Sheldon, what do you think your first step should be before you even go in for the kill, for example?
I like how you say it. Yeah, we are predators by nature as men. We're hunters. And yes, it's not that men don't understand their value. And I do believe men are the prize, men are kings, because that's what I coach. You know, learn how to become the king before you get the kingdom to rule. I coach a mindset. It's all about the angle for me. So it depends on how you approach her from what angle. It's very strange, but women are very timid creatures, especially if she's feminine. You can be in broad daylight. If you approach a woman from the wrong angle, she will literally be afraid and get easily scared. It's weird. It's like so much open space, people walking by, but this is the security element that women need men for. And my suggestion is approach her from either the side or right in front, never from the behind, because no
Hold on, hold
problem.
on, hold on, hold on. You skipped a step. So you already started approaching. Like so before the approach, right?
Oh,
I'm
my bad.
thinking more of like the body language cues, the eye contact. That's where my thought is in terms of the first step.
Absolutely right. I should have jumped. That is the first part. Like from the get go, does she even look at you? You know, we communicate a lot with our eyes. Does when there are ways you can tell somebody actually wants you to approach them from my experience. So if she doesn't like match eye contact with you, make eye contact with you, she doesn't seem to be inviting. There are ways in which a woman has a body language posture that is inviting. Yes, come and speak to me, you handsome devil. And then that is the opener that yes, she's ready to me for come in for the kill.
One
So that's
hundred
what.
percent.
That's
That's like
what.
the first. That's like the first
There
level.
you go.
So
Absolutely.
100% women are generally timid, and they also more than you as a man fear rejection. So women will almost never come up to you. Now I'm lucky to say I've had women come up to me a couple times, but that is rare. It is not a common thing. Like I could count on like my hand like how many times it's happened, right? However, to your point, it is about paying attention to the subtleties. And from my personal experience, I'll tell you the things that I've seen where it's like signs of interest, right? Yes, first and foremost is the looking, right? Again, women don't want to be caught looking. So if you catch them looking, you could almost assume they've been looking, right? Because they're very conservative with that stuff, right? Even just this morning, man, I was in the gym 5 a.m. and there is this 100% my type. I shouldn't even say this because my girl might be watching this, right? Anyway, slim, thick. She had a full set of abs, like six
Right.
pack. waist, shape, everything. The curly hair. I was like, oh, this is my type. She had a little stomach tattoo. I was like, but she was showing off a lot of skin, so I already kind of had an idea like huh, she's not being super conservative. No judgment, but I just so anyway,
Right.
I was doing abs and she had glanced over at the end of my set. And we made eye contact. So I was like, what's up? I did like the head nod, like, what's up? And she looked away. Maybe I was being too aggressive at that point, but what I
But
did
it's
from
good though.
there, what
Still
happened?
good though. It's still good that you did catch her and you maintain that frame, that masculine frame, because at times women don't want to be around a man that appears like a loser or he has no kind of masculine energy that's like a dominance or that you know what's going on. It's good that you can catch them sometimes. So in the future, you don't know how the interaction can go as well. So for me, I just watch them. And a lot of them come there actually to waste time. Like they don't have anything else to do. They come there wanting the attention. So you gotta actually understand, is she an attention seeker? Is she somebody that's just actually coming there to achieve a goal? There are many levels to how the interaction can go, but that is the first base thing. Like, does this person, yeah, you're attracted, but does she want you to approach her? Because a lot of them, they give off so much different mixed signals. So you need to be a pro at this over time. And you're going to make mistakes, but, you know, you're practicing.
100%. 100%. So, and to your point, they can want you to approach, but then if it's like, oh, you didn't approach me the way that I wanted, then it's like, oh, whatever. Like, because they're very finicky at times. So I say that to say, don't get too hung up with a response that you didn't want from a woman. Like, it should roll off your back like not even like water. Like it shouldn't even you shouldn't even think about it after the fact. Like, oh, whatever, moving on to the next. Let me go do my set, right? First, in my opinion, is getting that eye contact or to catch them looking. That's really like once you catch them looking, that's like, oh, I gotcha. And typically you want to give like a friendly smile. Maybe you don't be like an aggressive, hey, what's up? Whatever. A smile is usually really good. Have a little bit of tact. So that comes with having patience. Like, ooh, she smiled at me. Let me go say what's up. Like, you know what I mean?
Uh,
Like, take your time with it. Like, I remember my current girlfriend, I approached her at the end of my workout. So I was getting ready to leave. I wasn't, you know, I was focusing on what I had to do. Then when I was done, if she was still there, then I would make the approach. And she was doing squats, I was doing squats. So I was like, hey, I see you getting it on these legs. Let's get a leg workout together one time. Simple. Doesn't have to be nothing crazy fancy. You, based off of that approach by itself, will know if she's like into it or not, right? The girl from this morning, I wanted to say the same thing, but it's the exact same gym I met my girl at. So that's going to be a little, I
oh,
don't know if I should touch,
very good point.
you know,
Hey,
I got to take it easy,
very good
but
point.
you know, and not to say that I'm out here looking, but she caught
Yeah.
my eye. I can't say I'm still a man. I'm attracted to things. Right. Anyway,
Audience have different type of interests. Some are, they want multiple girlfriends. I meet a lot of Muslims out here in Philly. That's their culture. That's their way. Hey, I'm not knocking
in
another man.
Philly, I need to come to Philly. Multiple
You want some, yeah,
girlfriends. What?
rotations of girls out here, and I'm like, okay, brother, that's your thing. So you know what I mean. But
True.
that's just
True.
definitely what we're looking for to guys to like observe. Pay attention.
Pay attention. And you had mentioned like to look for indicators. Like what indicators would you look for in a woman typically before you
Yeah.
approach?
So before you approach, I mean, based off your attraction level, depending on our workout, is she like training hard? You can tell if someone's actually really going after their goals in the gym. I prefer not to interrupt a woman that's like training aggressively hard, like she's moving from machine to machine or from workout space to another workout space, or she has an uninviting face. I don't know if you ever like just walking and girls have a mean ass look and yo, leave that chick alone. Do not speak to me. They have mood swing from now till the rivers of Babylon. You gotta know if this woman really is interested in listening, because she can be there, but mentally she's not there for that. You know what I mean? Something else could be happening. So she's just a zombie, and because we have muscle memory, her body is just taking her there to the gym, but her mind is, but none of that. You know what I mean? So there's so many things that we as personal trainers and coaches, we get the opportunity where we don't only train the client, we listen to all of the things going on in their lives. And so many different clients or so many different women have a bunch of stuff going on in their lives. You know, the gym is like a literal escape sometimes. So that's just one of the things you gotta look for. Is she like slamming down the weight? Is she like kicking out? You know what I mean? It's so obvious. If she wants a guy to speak to her, she wants to give out her number. There are girls who actually actively go to the gym to get guys to speak to them. So, hey, keep up the hopes, brother. Happy hunting season when it comes, because when that summer body time is getting going, these girls are looking for a big, strong, or even just an intelligent guy to help them.
100%. So I think at the foundation of this, I think what we should say, like first step is you should be taking care of yourself when you're in the gym, right? It is not, like we said, a place for you to like have as like your hunting ground to find women. It should be a byproduct because you're getting after it, right? You want the kingdom, but you have to become the king first. You want the hot chick, you got to be the guy that she wants first, because that's typically cause and effect, right? Take care of yourself first and foremost. You want to, you know, respect the space, right? Some people are there for themselves, to take care of themselves. So respect people's space and don't, like you said, approach right directly kind of hard, come at that angle. And that's now I think that you mentioned it. I don't even think about that, but that's how I had approached my girlfriend and my previous girlfriend. Like they were both doing, I don't know what it is. I'm a leg guy, so when I see a woman doing squats and legs, like getting after it, like and doing good too, not just like playing around with 10 pounds, like, oh, she's getting it. Like I approach from like a 45-degree angle, if I'm gonna put it scientifically. That way it's not as aggressive. I'm not trying to like hold you in the space, like, you know, I'm over at the side, like, hey, you know. So that stuff really does make a difference. And then, like we said, make sure that you get that eye contact. The eye contact should be the original first step. And if they're too like focused on their own thing, then you have the second approach, right? Which, in my opinion, would be the casual introduction, right? Not specifically like, hey, I'm here to take you out on a date. More like, hey, my name is such and such. I see you getting after it. Just wanted to introduce myself. What's up? Peace. Just keep it short, keep it simple. Get that first step going, is that way, assuming it's a gym that you go to 3 days a week, you know, you're going to see the same person at the same time, and that can develop into something else, you know? So sometimes play the chess, like play it to the distance sometimes as well. Otherwise, it could become quite awkward in the gym. But what do you think about that?
I love that point you mentioned. It helps you to like be in that masculine energy that they like to speak about. Because here's the thing, man, like you can attract or repel someone and don't even realize that. You wonder why. It's like your aura. So if you're not getting after it, and if you're not like showing that, yo, I'm here to dominate this workout, I'm here for my goals, people watch people so intensely. So if people can tell just by how you work out, just by how you walk, does it make sense to waste my time speaking to you? And I've had to learn that when I first got in the gym, I lost a job, so I found a gym, and the gym was like therapy, literally rebuilding me myself. And people were so repelled by me when I just got there. But then when I started feeling better and working out cleaner and hitting in the workout, people started to approach me. Like, hey, man, you're doing well in the gym. Keep up the hard work, you know, and encouraging me, and started to invite me to workouts and speak to me. So there's some things that are communicated. There's some things that don't even have to say a word, and you can make friends. It's weird, you know?
It's very true. It's very true. And really quick, The fundamental thing that you're saying is what you put in is what you get out at the end of the day. It's like the law of life. What you put in is what you get out. So if you're putting in bullshit, you're going to get bullshit. If you're putting in really good quality effort with everything that you do, you will get the same thing back. So, let that kind of be an underlying variable in your life as you go forward to the viewers out there. Everything that you do, you should do to the best of your ability and know that you will see the fruits of your labor come back. So that's real.
Absolutely. You reap what you sow. So this is something key that we got to get the guys to understand. And after a while, you don't got to chase her. You just plant the seed. Hey, my name is, you want to do this? And leave her alone. Let it germinate.
That's right. Plant the seed, let it marinate.
And then you'll be surprised. Hey, you wanted to work out. Are you still interested? And then like, bro, I can't tell you enough how many times I've literally been doing some prospecting, and I'm learning now with online. Online is new. Or I just mention so and so, and then a day later, 2 days later, a month, 6 months, they remembered me. And I told them, hey, I'm no longer in New York. I'm actually in New Jersey now. So it's like, you just never know. But you have to like take a chance and not be scared. And when you put yourself out there, you might hit, you might miss. But hey, that's one thing you got to work on with the gym world. It gives you the confidence to put yourself out there. Because a lot of people, they want the results of success, but they're not willing to take a risk and just try. You never know where it can lead you. And that's one of the things that I have to key in on and get persons to understand, that the woman is literally there. You can decide if you want to speak to her or not. It's really up to you. It's like, the way I think of life is, I learned this from Warren Buffett. He said this, success is like moving buses. You just got to choose which one to get on. So many women will come in and out, and you decide you're going to speak to that one that day based on, the things we're talking about. So, yeah. And the next point I want to mention is the type of clothes. That is another indicator a lot of people don't know about.
So yeah, tell us about the clothes. What someone wears tell you?
Well, we know in our gym world, a lot of women wear a lot of tight, type of outfit, but don't really judge her based on how skimpily clad or soft on it is. Depending on what she works out in is actually indicated that she could be married, she's ready to talk to somebody, or she's ready for a relationship. I had to learn even this. A lot of guys don't even know this game. Like, is her stomach revealing? Is it athletic wear? Is it just something to get an aerobic workout in? Regardless of how it's showing her assets, women can tell you, this is me, I want you to approach me. And even though it is something that is natural for them, it's actually, they're just living their best life. When they say they come to the gym for them, they're always lying. It's for attention. But it's for you to decide, is she showing enough choosing signals, we call it in the dating world, for you to approach them. You know what I mean? Women don't have a lot of confidence all the time. So they go to the gym and wear certain outfits to make them feel like they are somebody. And they're dealing with so many different things. They would literally wear something just to get the attention. And they don't want your number. They don't want to go out with you. But they just want to feel like, I am somebody of worth, of value. I'm special. I might not be getting it at home, but I'm getting it at the gym. I'm getting it from these guys out here that ain't going to see this color of this panty. But you know what I mean? That's literally a game that women play, and you guys don't know. Even the color coding. Black, colorful, pink, white, bro. There's so many levels to this. When I speak to these women, these female clients I have, yeah, Sheldon, yeah, I just go to the gym just to get attention. I just go there just to hear what these niggas got to say about my ass. Or are they looking at my ass? It's like, It's so wild. And I'm like, you girls are so dangerous. You ain't giving that guy no chance. You just want the attention, free attention. So it's very interesting. Colors do indicate sometimes. Not even if she wearing black, it's not always death. So it's based on her skin tone.
Especially here in New York. Everyone wears black here in New York, so that's like a common. It's like a common uniform for 90% of the people here.
Yeah, yeah. And it can even tell you there's so many levels to this, man. Like it can even tell you the type of job she does based on what she wears. You would never even know. Some people are in military, some people are corporate, some people are a nurse, daycare workers. You can tell from beginner, intermediate to advanced level type of person in the gym. So there's some things that I've learned and I've realized that yeah, they come in all different types and shapes and sizes and everything.
That's
You
real.
know?
So basically, people pay attention to the subtleties and really
Yeah.
put one and one together to get the two, right? Like pay attention to what they're wearing, to the body language, to their facial expressions. Like, are they listening to music or are they just in there like,
Yeah.
monstering it out here? Like those are all things that come into play when it comes to approaching a woman, especially in the gym. So, you know, after, for example, you found the common ground, or you say you got the eye contact, right? Okay, maybe she's playing with her hair or smiles back at you. Perfect example. Say she smiles back at you. What do you think? What would you recommend a guy to do after he gets that smile choosing?
Depends on the guy's mentality, where he's at personally. Like, is he in the mind frame to want to speak to the woman? Because you can get the choosing signals, but you don't act on it because you're low on confidence yourself. You're dealing with your own stuff, but you don't want to bring a woman into that. So, as you rightly said, you want to get your life properly together and situated. So you feel like you want to approach, and it can work in other ways as well. Some men, they do need the interaction so they can start feeling better about themselves, and that interaction could literally save their mental health when they have that conversation with that woman. So I would say go off your own feelings, and you can decide how much information you want to give this woman. You can go right then and there, or you can like wait it out till you see the woman again and again before you decide to take the leap of faith and risk it all. Depends on you. So you want
I
to assess
like
your
Sorry, no, I decided to jump in. I like that you actually said based off of how you feel. As the man, how confident are you currently in approaching someone? And I think that goes back to the original statement that you had made about if you want the kingdom, you have to be the king first. If you want to have that confidence, yeah, I'm gonna go talk to this chick and give her my number. Like, you need to have whatever confidence that you need to be able to do that, right? And I know some guys, they just want to get the cheeks, like they don't care about nothing else. They living on a couch, they have confidence still to go out and approach people, so it is very variable, like, but at the end of the day, it comes from how you feel within, like regardless of what you have, because things are just things. But are you the king of your world currently? Are you creating the life that you want to create? Whatever life that is, that I think, in my opinion, is really going to be like the underlying variable of how these conversations could go. Because to your point, women could smell that stuff. Like they could smell it. Like, oh, he's coming up to me confident,
oh my
or he's
god.
he's coming up to me sideways. Like those subtleties. They pay attention to the subtleties too. Like they could see how you dress. They could see how you carry yourself. They could see how you're working out. So it goes both ways. It is like a little bit of like a dance, if you will, like, and being able to see the different nuances and the body language. So when you're in the gym, strut around like you own the place, you know what I mean? Like go handle your business and
So yeah,
approach whoever, with a casual introduction. Like, yo, my name is such and such. I wanted to introduce myself and keep it moving. Go back. I gotta go back to my set. Like, I'll talk to you later. You know what I mean? Like, don't be so, oh, hey, hi, how are you? Let me like stay in here. Don't get away. Don't look over there. Like, like that stuff, they will beeline right up out of there. I'll never talk to you again. So having that tact really is necessary. So what exactly, right, could one expect to happen when they approach a woman? Because there's really only like three things that could happen, right?
yeah.
But in that, and now we're coming to the point, okay, right? Say you got the choosing signal, say you got the smile, you want to approach and you want to, you want to figure out what's going on with her. What would you kind of advise from there?
So let's let's pretend everything goes well and you are in a position to speak to her and get her attention. You say, hello, how are you doing? Just try to be smooth with it, short and sweet, as they would say. And your tone is very important when you're having this interaction because you can either make her fall in love with you or literally never want to see your ugly ass again. But when you say your words, it's almost like music. And this is why you mentioned, they can smell that. That's called their intuition. A woman's intuition is her superpower. So you say, hello, I'm going to do this. So you show that you're actually busy. You're having something going on in your life. And they say, but hey, if you want to work out, we can schedule it. We can make a play at it. Would you like to give me your number? Yes or no? Based on that response, you can tell if she's interested or not. I've had women online and in person decide if they want to give me their number or not when I was, out there in the world doing my thing. And from there, you're going to make a decision if you want to keep this type of interaction going. So, guys, don't feel afraid. It's either hit or miss. It's a yes or no. At the end of the day, you don't lose from this interaction. It's just, as we say, put it in the rec. You're getting more experience to know what to say, what not to say. I've made mistakes too. I've been rejected too. But it's just adding to my layer of how I'm going to get going. If she has a man, okay, fine. You don't want to interfere with that, you can keep it moving. You are just going to find out what's going on. If you don't ask, you won't get fed. Closed mouths don't get fed. Business coach
Squeaky grease gets the wheel.
You don't know. You don't read her mind. Even though you read her body language, you don't know what's going on. That's why we as men, we ask, we find out. And it's not being a creep. It's not being nosy. You're interested, and then from there, you depend on what she says. Then you keep the interaction going, and you see where it builds up to. Yeah, 100%. And you guys
So,
got it.
so yeah, so there's basically, like you said, two options, which I say three, but there's either it goes really well and she gives you her number, it goes really bad and she tells you fuck off, or three, we just learn from the experience and move on. Like, and you should behave as though nothing even happened. You shouldn't be like, oh man, like just go back to your set. Like that's it. Like, you made your introduction. Be genuine, be respectful. You don't have to like put a lot of pressure on it at all. It's someone going to the gym, you go into the gym, and that was it. So now you could go back to your workout and keep looking on the prowl for the next thing to pop up.
Absolutely, absolutely. And a lot of women also would look at this as well, that it could be their loss as well. Because when you're on your journey and you're self improving, and this is the incredible potential thing with self improvement, you can literally be at one level, making this amount of money or more, and in a day, 2 days, a month, 6 months, 3 months, 6 months, you can be at another level. And when she comes back for the interaction again, you can decide if you're going to take her on or not. That's the beauty of the whole situation. So if you're on your self improvement journey, it is her loss
Right
because
on. And I like that you said that.
yeah,
Just on the foundation of what you said, because even especially here at Anatomy Bar, it's all about raising the bar, and ultimately all men should be self-improving. So whether you're at this level now, in 6 months you're here, in 1 year you're here, 6 years you're here, you just keep improving because that's what we do, right? That's what we do over here. So if that's something that you align yourself with, make sure you like and subscribe. And while we're talking about that, like, remember, at the end of the day, life is about growth. You start from a baby and you got to grow. So the only way to grow is to introduce yourselves to new experiences so you can develop the skills, develop the traits, and ultimately get a lot of rejections on the way. You know, it's part of the process. So you can't fear rejection. You got to run towards it. Just be ready for it. Just assume, no, don't assume you're going to get rejected, but have in the back of your mind that it is a possibility and life will continue to go on regardless. You don't know this person from someone else. Their opinion from the 5 second interaction shouldn't have much weight on you, right? All you can do is look and be like, okay, what can the next 5 to 20 second interaction look like? What could I do, to improve myself so that the person comes up to me? That's really the real flex. Like when you can
the
get
game.
to the point where they coming to you, now you're in the money, right? So get your kingdom, you have to be the king first. So have that as the underlying most fundamental step that needs to be taken in regards to anything in life, but especially with approaching women in the gym. What do you think about that, Sheldon?
Great, putting all it full circle, making it all make sense. And promise you guys, once you're on this journey and you are learning how to become the king, you know, it will ultimately, that's where you want to have them seeing your value, recognizing that, no, I need to talk to this guy. He has something going on and I don't want to miss out on it. And I promise you, over time, you're going to get to a level where you don't even need to say nothing. When you get to that level, and people just recognize your worth from your energy, you walk in the gym, you walk into a room, brother, you're on a whole different playing ground. That's a king level. Like kings have that ability. And people can get scared or they wonder, why am I so afraid? I have had cases where I'm counseling young men and they are so nervous when I speak to them because of just the level I was at, I got to. It's like an ascension, You will learn over time once you hear at Raising the Bar, once you hear on our program, and I promise you, you're going to be grateful that you decided to take yourself seriously and you spoke to that young lady. So, telling you, man, we got you over here.
Straight up, man, straight up. And I think one last thing to just kind of touch on is the other kind of underlying variable, not factor, but variable is time, right? We, especially in this day and age, we're very, instant gratification. We want it now. We got seamless, we got apps. Everything you want, you could basically get now, right? However, in terms of the self-development process, that takes time. So to start from wherever you're at and to raise the levels, that takes time. And I think that's probably one of the hardest things that we as men kind of have in terms of like balancing out is having that patience, but still having the aggression. Like aggressive patience is what's needed, in for ourselves to be truly successful in life. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to have the skills, you're not going to have the assets day one. That's going to take months, years to accumulate, to develop. So, you know, I wasn't always getting approached in the gym. I had to take years to develop myself to be able to walk in the gym and have that presence, have that confidence, and have the physique that people will notice. It's nothing, none of that happens overnight. So I think the last part for me is with everything else that we've said, have the patience, have the scope to know that you are on your journey, you are on your path, and you are growing with every single step you take. It is one step at a time that will get you to the goal that you want to get to. So Just have the patience, have the aggressive patience so that you can see the results on a weekly, monthly, and yearly basis. And at the end of the day, still getting you closer to the overall dream that you have. Any other closing remarks?
Yeah, and have fun with it. You know, don't make it seem too overly complicated. Just go in with a good bubbly energy and speak to as many women as you can, as you want, if you're in that frame of mind. And you gotta develop your own style and technique. And you gotta come and tell us the story when you're done. Hey,
Straight
John, man, thanks for letting us know what time of day it is. And I'm like, yeah, there you go. There you go. So
right
that's
on.
really it.
So yeah, so you guys put in the comments below like any interactions you've had, anything that you want us to respond to, we'll respond right there in the comments. If you have any questions specifically that we can address, put it in the comments. And make sure you check out Sheldon's page. Make sure you're following both of our page. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with your friends. And you already know, let's raise the bar and let's take it to the next level, you guys. Talk to you soon. Peace.
Peace. There you go.